Parker, thank you so much for sharing this story about Sam Bud Werner, because I will just, people don't actually believe this exists, but it does.
Well, welcome to his old home place here and where he started his collection many years ago. We are very proud to have you all here and excited to show you what he did over many years and what we're trying to go forward with, and his desire to continue to honor all of our veterans and being a teaching establishment for our youth.
Well, Parker, let's take this back about 70 years when Sam was it was in its 20s. Okay, Tracey City, Tennessee is known for its logging, and basically that's how it came to be here. Just right now, current day, off I-24, a few minutes. But tell us, picture and take us back a little bit about what Bud was doing back during those early years.
Well, when the family originally moved here, they were in the logging business, and they logged all over the top of this mountain. In fact, on this site there are still some beautiful old steam engines, part of the old sawmill that was here, and they set up and worked a lot of the community in this local area doing logging throughout these mountains. Well,
then let's take it forward. Okay, so part of the whole deal here is logging needs trucks. So then how did all this get here then?
Right. As we walk around this facility, you'll see that some of the old pieces that came out, some of the old white trucks that we know of years gone by being Liberty trucks, are still here. There's still some chain-driven trucks here. We have one in the museum that we are trying to preserve and carry forward. And then on up through the sand and coal business, they continue to buy like deuce and a halves to be working vehicles here. Today you'll still see a lot of old deuce and a halves bringing sand, rock, and stone out for new houses that are being built in the local area.
Well, now Sam is a young 20-something, of course, buying all of this stuff. What, would he just go around at different sites, military bases, and buy up the surplus and then bring it here?
He did. We would. I grew up knowing him as a young man, and he would bring back vehicles here, and on the weekends when I would come up, we'd be unloading truck after truck of things that he would store in this very field, very similar to what you see stacked up behind us here. And he collected things for many years, and what he collected then was like what we'd be collecting today, but over the last 50 or 60 years, you just can't find that stuff anymore. And so we have a lot of interesting things that we're still digging out of this very site.
Well, now Sam's passing, he passed in 2010?
Yes.
Okay, and so from that, then his home site here, you guys are kind of repatriating some of this,
yes,
going to the museum, you're putting it in there. What do you do with the rest of the collection? Are you going to continue to liquidate some of it to help run the museum?
Yes, what we want to do is we're going through right now inventorying what we have, and then as we move forward, any things that we have that are duplicates that we can then maybe swap with other interesting pieces to help the museum, and or sell to help the museum go and survive over the many years to come.
Okay, we've come from Sam's lot,
yes,
what's left of it, and there's still a lot of stuff over there, okay? Now to this beautiful place that Sam wanted you all to establish as a foundation. Tell me about how you started this.
All right. Well, when Sam passed away, he had asked several of us to be on a board of directors for him to start a military museum with his name, but to honor all veterans and to be a teaching establishment for our younger generations. And we were lucky enough to find this facility, which was almost move-in ready, and we were able to move in here about 2 years ago and start doing a soft opening into this museum. We currently have almost 70 vehicles in this facility now, and are bringing more in every week as we're collecting and moving them over from the old site we were just at there in Tracey City.
Well, I think one of the things that's so unique is Sam he was a hoarder.
Oh yes.
Okay, and the other thing that I really find unique about Sam, as a lot of the collectors are, of course, Sam was not married, he had no family. This was his family, this was his life.
Right.
And so, of course, they started with logging and doing all that, and then he ended up here with all of this military. Now, did Sam serve in the military?
He did. He actually served during Korea, and was a dentist, believe it or not, or worked in the dentist profession in the military, and came out, and then ended up with all these Jeeps and trucks and tanks that you see in this facility today.